Now, before we begin, you're going to want to be able to remove any sort of fancy clothes you have on, any headwear that isn't protective, and make sure to roll up those sleeves because this is going to be a very messy experiment. So long as your parents are okay with it, it should be totally fine. If they have any grievances, they can contact me at mr.professor.pastor.hayden@notmyproblem.net. That's notmyproblem.net if they have any grievances as regards this experiment. Now, once your sleeves are rolled up and your science brains are ready, here are the materials that you're going to need. This is cornstarch. It's white, puffy, powdery stuff, all right? We're going to want a thingamajig of cornstarch. That is exact units thingamajig. We are going to want a whisk, which is a stirring homogenizer. We're going to want measuring cups of different sizes, and we are going to want water. Now, you might be asking yourself, Mr. Dr. Professor Hayden, Mr. Dr. Professor Pastor Hayden, why are we going through all this trouble? Well, in short, it's because last week we read in Matthew chapter 14 that Jesus and his disciple Peter walked on water. Now, extensive research, we've concluded that this is impossible without the source of life, Jesus Christ. However, with this experiment, it is possible if we were to get enough of it to make water that one could walk upon. As we go, you'll begin to understand what this means. Generally speaking, you're also going to want to have a scientific notebook to make all of your notifications and observations on so that you can do this again with friends in the future. Feel free to pause me at any time if I'm going too fast or if you need to go get more materials. Thank you, parents, in advance for all the mess this may cause. First things first, we need to start with the cornstarch. We are going to always use double the amount of cornstarch to water we have. So I am going to gently pour my cornstarch into a cup. 1 cup. That is 237 milliliters for those of you who like milliliters better than cups. I'm going to get a spoon to help with this process. It's going to take approximately 1/3 of your thingamajig to fill this up to a cup. Once that is completed, I want you to take your cup of cornstarch and dump it into the bowl, all right? Now, you're going to want to try and get it all into as one place as possible. This is going to give you a feel for the cornstarch. You're going to start to understand how it feels, its identity as powdery white stuff. Now, this next part is very important. We're going to go grab our half cup, and we are going to fill it with water to the brim. Oh dear. And then we are going to dump it into our cornstarch. Now, you're going to want to begin to meld this with your hands into one cohesive unit. All right, get as much of this cornstarch in there as you can. And we are going to begin the mixing process. You may use your hands, such as I am doing, or go for the whisk. I'm assuming all of you are going to use your hands, though, because it's more fun and scientific. Alrighty. So generally speaking, we are already seeing the effects of the cornstarch water, all right? How do we know it's water? Well, if you slowly set your hand into it, your fingers will start to sink all the way to the bottom. But Mr. Dr. Professor Pastor Hayden, you might ask, how do we know that we could walk on it? Well, walking might be a bit of an exaggeration. You would have to sprint on it really fast because when this liquid is met with high impact, Nothing goes anywhere. I want the camera to get this so that you can see how this is working in action. Absolutely no splashes anywhere. But camera, watch again. If we dip our hand in slowly, it's liquidy. So, if you were to have a pool of this stuff and you sprinted on it really fast, you would walk on water like Peter and Jesus. That is our experiment for today. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope that you enjoy Pastor Alex and Holden's videos in the future. Bye-bye.